Get ready for Shorthand English Senior General Passage number 3. This is converted from Speech Star Competitive Examinations May 1985, 180 words per minute. Get ready. Start. You, Sir, Mr. President, have referred to various problems in your address. You have commended some activities of the government, criticized others, and offered advice so that we may function better than we have so far done. We welcome your advice and the advice of others given with good intentions and with a view to improving the conditions in the country. Anything that you suggest or your organization suggests will undoubtedly receive our most earnest attention. I am sure that you do not expect me to deal with the various matters you have discussed. Perhaps it would be more suitable to the occasion if I spoke to you about certain matters of basic importance, for we have to be clear in our mind about the basic objectives. You will permit me to say something which I probably ought not to, and to confess that during the last few years we have not been very clear as to the direction in which we are going. In the immediate present, we might realize the importance of a particular step in the broader aspects of policy. Nevertheless, there is an enormous gulf between the immediate present and the future, about which in these changing circumstances there is a great deal of difference of opinion in the country among those who have given thought to it. The fact is that vast new social forces are at work all over the world as a result of various developments, but mainly because of tremendous technological and political changes. In India and in Asia, large numbers of people have become politically conscious and refuse to submit as they did in the past. Tremendous social conflicts are taking place and they sometimes lead to international conflicts. The great nations of the world are following economic policies that differ widely from one another. We may have a certain theoretical approach to the problems, but that does little good unless it is related to the practical aspects of reality. Our approach must be fashioned by a study of existing conditions and our objectives so that we can apply, if I may say so, the idealistic approach with a practical consideration of the problems prevailing in the country at a particular time. You will permit me to say that it is possible that our approach is a very limited one. It is possible that our approach derives from something static that belongs to the past and not so much from the proper appreciation of a situation that is changing and dynamic. Towards the end of your address, you referred in general terms to various objectives that we have. I suppose most of us would agree with those objectives, although of course some may go farther than others. To say that we want greater wealth, higher standard of living and greater production will, I take it, not be contradicted. We have to achieve these objectives not merely mechanically, but also in a special sense, which is very important. I have been driven almost against my will to the conclusion that material well-being is just as important in human life as anything else. Higher standards of living are important and we must achieve them, but at the same time, it is absurd to talk of high standards in India where the lowest are sometimes lacking. We must have the basic necessaries of life. Nevertheless, there is such a thing, I do not know how to define it as the social conditions or the individual or the group. Frankly speaking, when I see some of the highly developed nations of the world, I admire them. Thank you, dear friends. Festivals are occasions at which time we meet together, spend time happily, and wish one another all happiness in life. Festivals for Hindus are too many. It is truly remarked that all the days are festival days for us. That means to say that all the days are the right occasions for all of us not only to rejoice but also wish for the welfare and progress of all living beings in the entire world. Of course, no one dare say that it is wrong to wish like this. The problem of the day, too, is wishing for the welfare of the undistributed for the planet of ours, for in the event of explosion of all nuclear bombs on earth, danger not only to mankind but also to the very existence of the earth itself may occur. Friends, may I remind you, therefore, to pray daily for the happiness, health, welfare, and peace of everyone on earth. Not only by thinking good for others, we become good natured, but also we feel a sense of contentment, a beautiful sensation which is really satisfying. I hope you will all agree. Imagine if all pray like that and if all the people in the world become good natured, what would be the use for our nuclear weapons with its destructive forces? On the occasion of ensuing Deepavali, I wish you all peace and prosperity in all your endeavors. Yours sincerely. Stop.